You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality art, interviews, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds and otherwise known as Dini Mussolini in the multi-universe. Call in to join the mix at 602-753-1654 or hop in via Skype. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. We welcome all to submit material, topics, and ideas. Email us at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. Enjoy the show.
Oh yeah, one time for my people that are indigos, and 2 times for my people that are vegans. Yes, gotta shout out the vegans, man. It is a struggle around this time of the year. But enough about that. We are up, folks, to over 14,000 plus listeners and over 865,000 downloads worldwide. Just this year alone, and we've been at it for 3 solid years. I appreciate all you guys who have been rocking with me on this journey, and we are still growing, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, art, and research in every aspect, and we want to allow you that opportunity to tell your story. Man, check it out. We've had celebrities on the show, from Grammy award-winning artists to nominees to actors, comedians, technology geniuses, from authors to professors and aliens, or people who think they're aliens. It really doesn't matter who you are or what walk of life that you come from. Come on my show and talk to me. So check it out. To book an interview or just to share a real cool story, email me at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. I am passionate about what I do, just as passionate about what you do. And together, yes, together, we can get your voice heard by the people that should hear it. So let's create something incredible. And with that, hello out there, and welcome to another episode of my podcast, Vigilantes Radio. Thank you guys for being so patient with us. We just switched over to a new platform from our old platform, so things are a little shaky at first, but we got it together, okay? We've just integrated with iHeartRadio and iTunes and all those cool things. I'll let you know the name of the app that we'll be featured on, but I think it's Podmatic. So, you can carry us around in your pocket and just pull us out anytime and plug in to the podcast at any time, like 24/7. Like, I don't even care when you do it. Just, do it. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in always and being a part of our audience family. If you like information on how to call in, ask questions, or speak to the guests, you can always dial 701-801-9813 or hop in the mix directly from my website, which is onlyonemediagroup.com. Or you can go to the website and scroll over to the Vigilantes Radio tab. There's a button that says Go Live, and you'll be right in the mix with us. And as always, all episodes are available for free download as the show ends. Or actually, it's not available at the show end. You got to wait at least an hour, and the live stream will upload to our servers, okay? It's not like the old server that we were using where the stream is there immediately. It comes about an hour later, okay? And that's at iTunes, iHeartRadio, and over at our website, which again is onlyonemediagroup.com, and that goes for every single show that we've ever aired. So tonight's episode is the Trenton P Interview, and I am your host, Dini Mussolini, okay? All right, that was a mouthful. So announcements, not too many announcements. That we have today, except that we did smash our goal, and we got over 10,000 plays in less than 2 weeks. We knew we were going to be around the 10K, 15K, spot, but we smashed the goal in less than 2 weeks, so I'm super proud of that. And I know you big shots out there like, 10K, that's nothing. Well, look, check it out, man. Years ago, there used to be no plays, okay? Or 10 plays, but that was just me listening to it every day. So you got to give me credit somewhere, right? So, yeah, we did that. The Hollywood show was cool. The red carpet event was very cool. January the 3rd, I'll be in Amityville, New York, performing. So if you're out there, I'll be glad to meet you and greet you. You can go over to songkick.com, purchase your tickets there. I know it's going to tell you that I'm on tour, but I'm really not. I just do spot dates since August, actually. And, yeah, January should wrap it up. And then we'll be back in the studio working on new things with Canadian singer-songwriter. She just won a Juno or Gemini Award, maybe. Her name is Sarah Sleen, though. She's been out for a while, but she is very, very talented. So we're working with her on a remix of a song that she put out like 10 years ago that was a big hit. And we remixed it, and we invited her to sing on the song instead of just sampling her vocals. So that's a real cool thing. All right, let's see what else. Yeah, 27th of December, we're dropping the After the Storm project. We worked with 2 Grammy Award-winning artists on it. You know who they are. But I refuse to reveal a track list, just to keep the mystery going about it. There's some artists you know, some that you may know, some that you should know. But 20 tracks, some remixes, some unreleased stuff, some new stuff, some old stuff, some stuff, yeah. So it's real nice. We got a great feedback when I posted the cover on Facebook. So that lets me know that you guys are anticipating it just as I am. I finally got it together, and right in time for Christmas. Well, 2 days after, same thing. So with that, that is all of the announcements. All right. It is time for the Coach Dini tip for tonight. And, of course, for you newbies out there, because, let's see, we have a little over 8,000 on tonight. Wow. Man, you guys are super, super incredible, I tell you. You just warm my heart every single time that I see your names and faces in the chat room and on the live board there. So that's good. That's good. Okay. Of course, Coach Dini. I'm a music industry insider. Okay, I've been an insider for many amount of years. A&R in this, booking that, touring this, a lot of Wizard of Oz things, like the guy that's pulling the strings, making the show work. Yeah, that's me. So what I do is I take artists and I coach them on the correct approach to the music industry. I show them the keys to the back door to the industry, the front door, the windows, any opening that you can get into. I'm that guy who's going to hold it open for you. All right. So I know we talked about on the previous podcast about maximizing your sales with digital screens. And I gave you 3 tips each podcast, but tonight I'm only giving you 1 because all I had was 10, okay? And these are things that worked for me and my band. If you're familiar with my band, it's No Longer the Hero. We do alternative rock and hip-hop and sometimes soul and jazz and cover songs. So we do our thing, all right? So these things work for me and the group as well. So here it is. Number 10, promote your music through video. Because I'm going to tell you, man, most Americans have short attention span, okay? And they would rather have a visual than an audio. So that's why you see a significant amount of music videos nowadays. People are shooting videos to every single song on their mixtape. And this is why, because the visuals, man, people are sucked into visuals. And YouTube is the most popular music search engine. And there's a good reason. Videos allow people to freely sample your music and share it with others. But that doesn't mean you can't monetize it. Views can create revenue since YouTube makes money through advertising, which is why you should explore YouTube's Content ID service. Google it. Explore whether you can apply to become a YouTube partner or use the YouTube monetization service. And there's a bunch of them out there like CD Baby and TuneCore, or what I use, a company called AWOL out in the UK. It's actually half owned by Prince, or it used to be owned by Prince. I don't know. Owned by his estate or whatever. Okay, so look, if you have a music video, don't give it away. Don't give away the track for free, because the track is already free since the listener can always play the video again and again and again. Instead, provide an affiliate link in the video description so they can buy the music. And you should also provide a link as a hotspot or card on the video as well. And to further boost your sales, include a video pre-roll or post-roll. If you don't know what that is, Google that. It's in video editing. And doing so makes the video's audio different from what they get if they bought the track at a digital store, since it's so easy to rip and download the audio from a YouTube video. This gives fans an incentive to buy your track. So maximizing sales through those 10 techniques that I gave over the course of the podcast, in combination with marketing and effort. Because of this, you'll want to capitalize on any success such as reviews, interviews, or song plays, and use these wins to reach out and up to more and gain more opportunities. Okay? Each success can give you a larger platform to promote your music while generating a pretty decent amount of revenue. Okay? I'm not saying you're going to strike platinum, but the point is to keep going, okay? Explore all of your options. Don't just put a track here and expect it to grow organically. You have to put in some work, okay? Just like clocking in at a 9 to 5. You got so many hours of the day that you can be plugging in your music, networking, shaking the hands, kissing the babies, campaigning, okay? That kind of thing. Just like the presidential campaign. They got to go around and spread the message. Nobody will know about the message if you don't speak it, okay? All right, so that is Coach Dini's tip for tonight. All right, now that is out of the way, let's get into the real reason why you guys are still sticking around. Yeah, the Trenton P Interview, okay? So, 2014. That was the year, like, numerous written interviews that I sent out to people that I wanted to interview. Okay, everything started out in blog form, sending out questions, getting the questions back. I got bored. 2016, we are on a new wave, a live booming podcast, and artists are requesting to be on the show. And I'm not bragging by any chance here. And you guys know me, man. I'm super, super humble because when we first started the live podcast, I had 0 listeners. Well, 1. Shout out to Angelica. Yeah. But yeah, 1 listener. And we stuck with it. Kept writing new material, bringing on celebrities and, doing everything possible in the name of journalism. So we are here, 14,000 plus. And that's just from what I see at one time. That's not the total since we've been on the air for 3 years. That's just the max that we've had at one time, okay? And still over 865,000 downloads. So I think that's where the listener count is. I don't look at the number because I like to keep it, a secret to myself so that I won't have. It's hard to explain. I'll explain it one episode, okay? So it's showing you, my guys and girls out there is growth when you stick with a solid mission. And trust me, everything don't always go according to plan. We've had bad nights like this one, slow start, but we sleep on it or think, in my case, dream of a solution to fix what needs fixing and start again on a new day. Shit happens, okay? Save face and keep it moving like a true professional. I didn't say perfectionist. I said professional. Believe me, I can assure you from the calluses on the tips of my typing fingers, these interviews still go out all the time. I do at least 20 a month. So you think about it, that's 10 off nights. But we all know I ramble on so much that answering my type of questions can sometimes take a little bravery, a little depth, and a whole lot of thinking. And with all that said, I would like to personally invite you all to meet this genius of our rap and hip-hop future, coming to us all the way from St. Louis, Missouri. Trenton P is here on our podcast to talk about his fourth solo project, known as Blacklist. And it's slated for release in January, which will be here before you know it. Now, fully knowing that he's been conquering the underground scene and spotting a tweet or two on Twitter that says that he just wants to be successful, and his sole purpose in life is to help people, that I can rest assured, and you can rest assured, that he's out there grinding, giving it his all. And we, the people at Vigilantes Radio, need to exert our good energy to him and keep him fueled to keep pressing on no matter what. I was fairly prepared to meet an artist I presume was still developing his skill set. That's true. But when I actually listened to the music, I realized I was super dead wrong. We all have journeys that we may feel will be a long one, filled with broken hearts, broken dreams, creeps that creep in the night to rob and steal. And then there's the short ones that skyrocket you to fame because you twerked on YouTube, or you sung a cover song, or you look like Justin Bieber. Okay? And he may tell you or tell us that he has a long way to go in terms of what he personally wants to achieve musically. But a listening ear would tell you immediately that this is an artist that comes already fully assembled with all the right pieces of the puzzle. He seems to be writing music well beyond his years of experience, and after hearing and soaking in this interview, maybe you will get that impression too, I hope. You'll see he's also wise beyond his years on earth, and hopefully provide us with some real insightful comments into what music is really all about. What can I say? It is super fantastic and a beautiful thing. If you are a grumpy old head who believes all the youth are hopeless and lost, you need to tune in. Not only is he making incredibly skillful and intensifying hip-hop music, but he's enthusiastic and humble spirit. And hopefully it will inspire you guys out there who are sitting on your dreams to get off your ass and get in the studio and push the record button. His positive attitude and willingness to make this the rest of his life, his dedication to continuing to practice, learn more, be more, have certainly inspired me. This is an artist I am truly proud to have on the show at such a point in their career, and I have no doubt in my mind that we'll have a chance to hear his work one day and on all kinds of platforms, soundtracks, movies, television, and right now, yes, right now, from your car stereo by Screaming Pandora, you can check them out. I mean, like right now. So do that. No, wait after the podcast and then go do that. Yeah, stream it. Check it out. It's the kind of music that has a time and a place almost everywhere for everyone. And so how is that for an endorsement from Dini Mussolini? Believe me, this guy has earned it. So let's go ahead and dive into this interview as soon as I push this button here. Like, this is like a real new platform, okay? So we're getting used to it. Trenton, can you hear me? signal. I'm not on mute. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, are you ready to dive into the interview?
Yeah, man, sounds good to me.
All right. I need to ask, though, did you hear any of what I just said?
Man, I didn't hear anything, brother.
Were you still listening to music?
Yeah, I heard, only thing I heard was, are you ready to do the interview?
All right. So in the live stream or in the playback, there will be, you will hear the intro for some reason. This is a very brand new platform. So while the music was playing, the show was actually rolling. But
okay.
There's content. Yeah, there's content during that part. So the listeners will be able to check that out as the show uploads. So we have about 8,000 folks on, man. All here to hear you, man. So let's go ahead and dive in. So Trenton P, just know we're stoked to have someone with your talents take some time out of your day to talk to us. I've been listening to you and learning about your music throughout the week. But for the people out there that haven't heard your music yet, how would you personally describe it?
Man, as far as it goes is, describing it, I try to stay in my own lane. I try to be different. I don't really want to be the next somebody else. I just want to be the next me.
Yes, sir. So let's go deep for a minute here, and let's talk about the beginning moment where it all started for you. The first word on the page, the first time that you or engineer hit the record button, and that first word came alive. Take us back, brother.
Man, it's been a couple of years now. It's been a few. I remember it like it was yesterday, though. I decided I wanted to record a song, and I hit my buddy up, who's a very, very talented artist himself. I mean, dude can sing. He played in a band. He's never been a rapper, but I'm sure he could, man. I mean, I've pushed him for years to go on to America's Got Talent or whatever it may be because he's just that good. He'd win, man. There's no doubt in my mind. But his name's Chris, and I went to the studio, and I didn't know anything about recording. I thought I was just going to go in there and be able to freestyle it. And, it ended up turning out to a full, writing session. We ended up recording, and I freestyled a lot of it. The first song I did was called I'll Be the Best, and I actually have that tatted on the inside of my left arm. But, man, it was probably the craziest experience I've ever done. And, for being an in-home studio, his studios are always the most professional. You go to a lot of people, and their in-home studios are like, a microphone in a closet, which, no disrespect, a lot of dope songs. I think one of Juicy J's hits was recorded right there in the hotel room. But a lot of dudes who don't really know how to mix or master, they always get, messed up vocals or something, whatever it may be. But when I went over there, I mean, that's probably one of the best places I could have ever been to figure out and somebody reach out and explain to me the process of making a song.
Oh, wow, man. You got lucky, man. A lot of people start off.
Really
yeah.
And so many dudes don't get it, or women, don't get that opportunity to work with somebody who is talented right off the bat. Not saying that other people aren't, but know what they're doing or know their way around a studio versus just using GarageBand or something and recording with a microphone that they picked up on eBay. I was fortunate enough to record with somebody who knew the ins and outs and everything you needed to do to record a song and it be good.
Definitely. So how quickly into that first recording did you realize you possessed the necessary talents to not only make great music for others, but songs that you want to listen to yourself?
You know, that's a tough question because when I got there, like I told you, you know, I thought I was going to freeze. I was almost embarrassed. And, because I didn't have it wrote down. I didn't have anything. I ended up writing the song sitting there, and I came up with the concept. And, when I released it, I think that people liked me as a person, so they supported it, and they're like, okay, we'll see what this kid's got. Plus, like I said, my buddy who did the hook and who recorded me was so talented it made the song good, but the lyrics were so whack, that it was I got good feedback, so it made me want to continue. I'm still searching for that song I feel that I want to ride around bumping, which I guess is because I'm so critical on myself, but I guess it is what it is on that part.
I can feel that, man. I can feel that. So I'd imagine at the spot of the life that you're in, and this happens to me and a lot of other artists out there when it comes to change, that sometimes struggles to know which path to truly follow in life must all still seem endless and full of possibilities. Some people choose many to experience as much as they can. Others choose to focus hard on just one thing and learn everything they can. But knowing which of those two options will work for you personally later in life is tough. And as the attention to your music grows, your passion and love and dedication to your work continues, those life decisions all become more difficult in the background. What have you noticed that has changed in your life since you made this decision to make music, and how have you dealt with those changes?
Man, that's a question. That's deep. That's really deep.
Thanks.
For starters, man, and again, I didn't say this, but thank you for this interview, man. I really appreciate it, dude. I try to, I appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome.
Yeah, dude. Answering your question, one thing I think that people, when I first started doing this, I wanted to learn how to record people. I wanted to learn how to make beats. I wanted to learn how to write a song. I wanted to sing. I wanted to rap. I wanted to do jazz music. I wanted to play the drums, the guitar. And, I wanted to do so many different things. And lately, that, a jack of all trades is a master of none. So I've just really been focusing on the lyrics and the delivery aspect of, the vocals. And it seems since I've been doing that, everything's really fallen together for this project. My previous project, So Ill, people don't really realize, but that album came out in 2015, but all the music was wrote in 2000, or it came out in 2014, I think. I'm trying to think here. It came out in 2015, I believe, and all the music was wrote in 2013. In the beginning of 14. I had almost had a year break in between for personal reasons, and so it's so crazy that the project I'm working on now has all been written, recently, and so you're going to get such a jump in my new project. There's almost like a gap missing from my life, and I think that's going to end up being a follow-up project. So everything that is on this new project is current, how I currently feel. And I'm just learning so much about myself. And one thing I really learned was, a lot of people get into their head that, you're going to have that one song and you're going to get the money, the women, the cars, the clothes. And it's not about that. When I started figuring out that when I finally came to the conclusion that I didn't want to be an artist because I wanted to be everybody know my name and have all the money, and I didn't want to do it for the money, and I started doing it for myself, that's when I realized I started making the best music of my life.
Definitely. And one of those changes are about to happen. I know you just touched on it for a minute there, and that is the release of your fourth album, Blacklist. Your new album to be released in January. So I'm hoping that you'll actually tell us a date before this interview is over, so we have something to look forward to. But from what I've But for what I've seen and read, you sound extremely excited about it. You're even collaborating with other artists on the record. So let's see if we can get a secret out of you. Who's the biggest name on the record so far?
Well, the biggest name that was going to be on it, I don't even want to say because I don't want to seem like that dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll just say that people can put it together. It wasn't Eminem, it wasn't Mac Miller, and it wasn't Machine Gun Kelly. So you figure, people can put together the next dude.
G-Eazy.
No, it wasn't G-Eazy. There's one dude left.
Logic.
Well, that's close, but it was Yella. And
what?
I was close to it. And it takes money to make money, and we had the money, and it just didn't work out. He came to St. Louis, and it didn't all pan out the way we wanted it to.
Right.
Still mad luck for the dude. He's a busy guy. Every artist is very busy, and so me being an artist myself, not even on a national tour like that, I know how it goes. But the biggest dude on it right now, which I'm almost kind of glad that I don't have somebody like that on my album at this point, because, being real, you got to have something to follow up with. So there's always opportunity to work more. And every one of those dudes you named, I would love to work with. But I tell you who I want to work with, man, is J. Cole. Hey,
man, he's killing it, man. He's killing it.
Dude. But the biggest dude on the album currently, and one of my personal favorites, he's more of an underground dude, but he's Analyst. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
No, I haven't.
But, man, you need to check that dude out. He's a good dude, man. His favorite songs from me is probably a song titled Triple Threat. And it's just got a dope chorus to it. And, we got a lot of stuff in the works. I've got a lot of emails and contracts out there. So we're just kind of getting going on it, man. I got a lot of singers and stuff. I really kept it local when I couldn't get some of the bigger names that I wanted. We just decided to go straight local and just put St. Louis, and the Midwest, all on one place.
Yes, sir. So I know the next following questions are not your typical questions, I would suppose, but we're going to go there anyway. All in all, was this a stretch for you in your creative space to work with new people and try new things?
Oh, definitely. It was hard. I have, it's hard for me because I like to write by myself. I like to be by myself. So trying to work with other people makes it difficult, especially on the internet, side of things, because even when you're working with people, you got to be sending your hard work to other people for them to listen to and hope to God they don't steal it. And
yes.
So it's really nerve-wracking for me when I put all my hard work, because I'm going to, by the time this interview is going to be done, I'm going to sleep for a couple hours. I'm going to get up and go to work. You know what I'm saying? And so it's hard to put all my hard work into somebody else's hands and put their trust in them. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do.
Yes, sir. So isn't the point of making music to not simply make the same songs and sounds over and over again? I like to think so. I like to think it's all about doing as many things as you can, working with other talents out there, collaborating like you apparently will be on this new album. So I'm assuming you believe the same as I do. But I also know it's not always the easiest thing to just open up to new people on a musical level after starting out as a solo artist. And even on a personal level, like you mentioned before, you're sending out your hard work to people you sometimes never kick it with. And so how easy was it for you to adapt to rapping with other artists for this up-and-coming album? Was it comfortable right away, or did it take some time to get that chemistry right for the recording?
Well, I worked with this girl, her name's Shell, and she's really, really talented. And just for that one instance, at first I was nervous. I was like, got the studio time. She's coming over here. Let's, hopefully this works. We had a few big sessions booked and everything. And she got there, And she was just like, she was so cool. Actually, she beat me to the studio. So when you have somebody, you know, that as soon as she beat me, when I realized she was there before me, that pretty much just locked it all in, you know. And as far as the dude analyst I was telling you about, he's on the West Coast, and so when I sent that over to him, and the first thing I got back, you know, because when we first started working together, he's pretty big, dude. I'm surprised you haven't heard of him. But, you know, when he first got that, he star 67 me. He didn't even give me his phone number. So that was sketchy.
Oh, wow.
But, you know, I get a text message after he listened to it and he talked to me on the phone. He's like, dude, that's fire. And so it pretty much, it really lighted me up a little bit, you know, and, you know, I don't think I really got as many features on this album as I wanted, but at the same time, it really made me have to open that creative side of me that you were talking about, because I've just recently found myself as an artist, but I haven't found that sound, if that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
So with that, you know, I've really got creative. I mean, there's more punk rock type style music on this. There's some jazz style in here, and there's that classic, you know, boom bap, traditional hip hop on there. So there's a little bit of everything, and I believe there's going to be something on this album for everybody.
Definitely, man. I can't wait to get my hands on it, man. So, people, of course, gravitate largely towards what they can sing along to most easily. And we know that with mainstream music. Daily passing over and by a ton of amazing acts out there right now. But still, as an artist, the lyrics allow you to express your thoughts in a different way. Did you have any input on the ones coming back from the features on Blacklist? Or did you feel like the words from your features were similar or in sync to what you feel yourself in the atmosphere of those songs?
You know what? Absolutely. I feel like everybody, when I talk to them and I describe, you know, because everybody's asked me, what is Blacklist about? And when I explain to them what Blacklist is, they immediately know what I'm talking about. And when I get to describe what I'm feeling off this song, I feel like they executed it perfectly, you know, and even going back to you asking about, you know, people being able to sing along. I actually had one of my close buddies, you know, he told me, he's like, dude, you got to slow it down a little bit. You know, you got to let people, you know, because I try to rap fast and everything else. And so I even toned it back a little bit for this album, just so that way people can hear what I'm saying and they can, you know, they can feel what I'm saying. You know, because if at the end of the day, if people can't sing it or if they can't feel it, you know, you don't have anything. But if you've got both, you've got something.
Right. So, man, how do your shows come off, man? Because I was listening to a few cuts, man, watching the videos, and, man, you were just going.
You know?
I wonder what are the shows like?
Man, shows are dope. You know, it varies. You know, I would be fronting if I said, you know, I haven't performed in, you know, I performed in a bar, you know, with one person, and that person was the bartender. You know, but the crazy thing about that is, you know, that person actually, that girl's probably been one of my biggest fans since then. You know, so you always just have to perform like everybody's watching. You know, lately, I mean, I just did a show, you know, there's probably over 1,000 people there, and, you know, it's dope, you know. A lot of the shows I do, it seems like they get bigger and bigger. I get better opportunities, of course, opening closer to more national acts versus being the first dude to go on stage. But I pretty much just look at it like this, you know, anybody who's paying attention to me, they're there to listen, so I give them my full attention. And I just always perform my heart out. If I get off stage and I'm not sweating and I'm not panting, then I didn't go hard enough. And, you know, when you do that, people are going to respect you. So I just try to go about it. And, you know, if I'm not nervous, then it's not right. So I'm always nervous. It doesn't matter. I've done hundreds of shows, and I'm still as nervous every time I touch a stage.
Yes, sir. So would soundtrack work be something you'd ever consider? Like, suppose someone approached you with a movie or a TV show idea and wanted your music to be a part of it. Would it be important for you to know about the content of the show itself and where your music will be placed in it? or would it just be something you would just leap into and would want to do it no matter what?
I mean, I've done that. One thing I'll say is Wiz Khalifa, Fast and the Furious song, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's a great way to be heard, and it was for such a cool thing. But also, I would be all for it, and I would be so stoked to do it as long as it didn't go against any of my personal beliefs. You know, I'm always going to stay true to myself and what I believe in. So as long as it didn't go against anything that, you know, I didn't feel was right, then I would be all for it. I would love it.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that. Do you really care about how you're perceived in the media?
You know, yes and no. I try to be a good person, man. I try to stay humble. But at the end of the day, any publicity is good publicity. And, you know, if people want to say something about me that's not true, sure, it's going to upset me. But I'm just going to turn the other cheek. It don't really matter to me. You know, I don't really care. I used to care so much what people thought about me. But as the older I get, you know, I have my family, man, and that's who I care what they think about me. And if they, you know, if they think I'm doing the right thing, and I personally feel like I'm doing the right thing, then I don't really care what anybody else says, man.
Amen to that. So when you're actually there recording, can you feel it without listening back to it? Like, what's the difference between getting it right, simply, or getting it right versus simply catching a recording? And I asked this because, like, I was watching a Johnny Depp interview, and he was like, I don't watch the finished product after I perform. It's like he will go into the studio, he'll act, they'll film it, and that's it. He doesn't watch the movie. So are you like that? Do you record the song and you know you got it right without having to listen to it until the actual album come out? Or
Absolutely.
You're absolutely like that?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, I spent one time 5 hours recording one verse.
Yeah, man. It gets intense like that.
And I've just recently been that critical. I used to be that dude to just, oh, we're done. I could be through 10 songs in 3 hours, you know. But
yeah.
It just wasn't. I never thought I would get as big as I'm starting to get without sounding so conceited. You know, I just never thought I would get to this level, and it just seems to keep going up. And as I get further and further, I see the possibility of making this a full-blown career. And just like any business, if you don't put out good product, nobody's going to want it. So yes. I just get more and more critical of myself every time, every song, every album. I actually have 5 songs I'm going to re-record this weekend because I'm not happy with them.
Okay. So are you a perfectionist? Or just like getting it done right?
It depends on what it is. When it comes to music and it comes to anything about music and a career as an entertainer, I try to be as perfect as I possibly can be. But, again, nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. But if I can help it, I'm going to fix it. So
yes, sir. So I'm curious to know, most of what I do is done in the wee hours of the morning. I'm writing, you know, the show material, you know, doing other cool stuff at, you know, weird times in the morning. But when do you find that you're at your most creative point in the time of day? And what makes the atmosphere at that time work so well for you and your music? And then walk us through, like, what's the setup like that makes you comfortable when you're writing or recording?
Well, I just wrote a verse tonight for Blacklist. And I typically, you know, I'm just like everybody else, man. I work a job, you know what I'm saying, and I just do what I got to do. When I get into my zone, I guess, if you want to call it that, I've got to be relaxed. Usually it's got to be nighttime, unless it's the weekend. Then I'm usually, you know, it just depends on what I have going on. And I usually have to take a shower before I write. That's weird, but hey, man, I just got to be refreshed.
It warms the vocals, I found.
yeah,
it does.
Man. I started writing tonight, and I was like, I had to take a break. I had to go take a shower, man. I had to get cleaned up, and you know, and it just has to be that right moment. You know, I find myself more and more just picking up my phone and writing towards the day. I usually have to write. I write on a computer. I don't write down by hand. I don't know if it's because I don't like to or because my penmanship is horrible. But I catch myself more and more just picking up my iPhone and just writing down a couple lines here and there all the time. Like I've probably got over 1,000 little messages in my phone. And it just seems like I do that more and more, and it's just happened over the past year or so.
Yeah. Okay. I am going to attempt to take a music break here. Okay?
No problem, man.
And when we come back from the music break, it's going to be time for our usual tradition. Like, this is the best part of the show. The fans absolutely love it. And they love the interview part, too, because they get to hear a different side of the artist, you know, as we dive deep into the questions and everything. But this is the part of the show where they get to hear either some vocals, poems, written work, spoken word, freestyle rap, jokes, maybe stories or live instruments from our special guests. Well, you never know what these creative minds and vessels will produce in the spotlight. And tonight we'll find out if Trenton P have what it takes to be put on the spot, a test of his true artistry. So let's see if this button here works. And so we can cue up this music. Let's see. Zeros. Yes, yes. All right, we are back, and it's all on you, Trenton P. What you got for the hot seat?
Man, I just felt it was appropriate because I told you I was working on this verse I just finished. I guess we'll just do this verse so it is written. I just finished it tonight. May ask, cussing, no, yes?
Yes. Encouraged.
All right, man. So I'm just going to do it a cappella. It's probably not going to be delivered like this on the album, but they'll just have to wait and see. So we'll kind of get into it. I think that I've forgotten all the feelings I demolished, all the things that I've been promised. It just makes me want to vomit, keep it locked inside my closet, hear the judge calling my docket just to help him turn a profit. If they fuck up, bet I'm walking. See, the truth is I'm exhausted, still I'm weighing out my options. But I've probably been too cautious, drink too much, I'm feeling nauseous. This is dangerous, come with caution. I've been acting so obnoxious. Man, I think the city's toxic to me. Voices started talking to me. Holding back, I'm done with that. You nervous? I ain't started yet. These wanted shots are not a threat, but I don't know what happens next. Maybe I should listen to the rumors as they whisper when I'm riding on the nuts, but you probably getting dick hurt. The pressure I'm building up, and they don't want to lose my temper, but I probably offended. Oh, I fucked that up, dude. But it was, maybe I should listen to the rumors that they whisper when I'm riding on my nuts, and all they do is make my dick hurt. See the pressure building up, and I just hope to lose my temper. But I hope that I've offended every pussy in the business, because I'm sick of all these gimmicks, heading open a competition. I fucked it up. But, man, so that's what it is, man. That's what I've been working on.
All right, man. It's fire. Fire.
I'm disappointed, but I haven't done it a cappella. I've been working on it to the beat, so I feel a little disappointed in that last one, but it's pretty good, I think, for what is going to be on the album.
Definitely, man. And you just wrote it, man, so no big deal, bro.
Well, it was
fire. It was fire to me.
I got to give you something, so I'm gone. I'm faded. I'm kicked back and I'm waiting. Sipping this liquor is never enough. Pouring it up and I'm getting a buzz. Dudes talking shit and they think that they tough. Cooking these problems and stirring it up. Do what I want, I'm not giving a fuck. Finish a bottle, I'm drinking too much. Popping that pussy, she popping my clutch. Hop on my dick when she hop in my truck. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, you read that. Everybody looking at me like a redneck. Never wrote a bad check. Now I'm gonna get it how I get it. This is really how I'm living. Like I went to a limit, dropping balls like a pin. Really with a kid, and I reckon I'm a record on this record because I'm only getting better about a minute. And I gotta be the quickest. Go and ask dude, but you acting kind of kiddish. You could be the fucking witness like I'm about to be the greatest. A little bit early, but I'm about to be the latest. I don't even like that. You can have it all back. Make it or break it. I'm patiently waiting. And my shot of greatness, and most of these rappers is so really rated.
Ooh. Man.
I had to bring something, dude. I was a little bit embarrassed with that last one.
Man, well, that definitely made up for it. I think the listeners will agree. And, man, that was dope. So, Trenton P, I want to say a huge thank you, man, for putting up with my ramblings, for being patient with the show, and giving us your time through this interview. I just want to say you have some incredible talents, and we're definitely always going to be listening from this side of the internet. Personally, I can't wait for your new album, Blacklist. Make sure you drop us a line when it hits the internet. Maybe you come back on the show and kick some more rhymes. But for now, please take this opportunity to say anything else that you would like. This is what we call the Vigilantes Radio open floor, where anything on your mind is fair game to say to us all, and wishing you all the best in 2017 and beyond.
Well, first off, I just want to say thank you very much for the interview. Thank you for your time, man. Your time is valuable, and appreciate you guys reaching out. I want to tell anybody listening, I hope everybody has a good holiday, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. Be sure to check out Blacklist. It's going to be coming out in January, probably around the third week. I want to give a shout-out to my beautiful wife, Crystal, my mother, and I want to give a shout-out to Jeff Covington, UMG, and, again, So Will Music Group. And if you guys get a chance, go follow me on Twitter at @IamTrentonP. You can check out my website, www.trentonp.com. You can get the song you heard on the show on iTunes. And, again, much love, and I hope everybody stays ill.
Definitely, brother. Thank you guys for always tuning in and checking out the podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. As you heard me in the intro, well, you didn't hear me in the intro, but if you check out the stream once it uploads, you'll hear a real cool segment that I did before the show, and even a dope intro that I did for Trenton P. Basically a real cool endorsement, right? Yeah. But so make sure you check out the show. Like I said, we've been integrated with iHeartRadio and iTunes now, so that's why we're trying to get used to everything. as we have switched platforms because Skype was messing up our game, and the platform that we just migrated from was messing up our game. I won't, throw them under the bus too far, but Skype, they can bite it. Anyway, thank you guys for always checking out the podcast. All episodes are available for free download after the show ends, or at least one after the show ends. You can grab it from either Spreaker.com/only1mediagroup, iTunes, or over at the website, which again is only1mediagroup.com. And that goes for every single episode that I've ever aired. If you'd like to request music or send something for me to play, or even have your music playing in the hold, what we call the hold time, we have a thing where while our guests are on hold, or the participants of the interview are on hold, even the audience, they can hear tunes. So if you want your tune in the loop of that, email it to me at theradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a disclaimer. We are genre free. We do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay, but facts. And actually scratch that, because all my opinions are right, and that's just the bottom line. I'm just kidding. On behalf of myself, Dini Mussolini, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Make sure you spread the word. Another special thanks to our guest tonight, Trenton P, for joining us tonight. We stepped up our game just for you guys and to make sure our guests have the best experience here on our show. Dini just may end up on one of their songs. Hint, hint. I do it all for my friends. Okay, well, just remember to do this. Be yourself and be absolutely great at it.